I mean, what is very unfair is that I'm not campaigning in this room all day long, from morning to night, in the Biden witch hunt. Take a look at where the people come from. It's a Biden witch hunt. It's weaponization. So it seems that there are a lot of witnesses, a lot of people that they could have called that they didn't call. Now, they didn't call them, obviously, because they would have been very bad witnesses for them. But take a look at the list. Because of the gag order, I won't go down into individual names. But you have a lot of big players, very big players, that would have solved their problem or actually would have given us the win. We already have the win. If we had a fair judge, this case would have been over a long time ago. Thank you very much.
Donald Trump has been found guilty on all counts in his hush money criminal case involving Stormy Daniels. The former president was found guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records. The jury of 7 men and 5 women made the decision after 5 weeks of dramatic testimony, when more than 20 witnesses were grilled on the stand. The verdict makes Trump the first ex-president in history to be convicted of a crime. He was reportedly stoic as the verdict was read out, frowning, not moving, and staring down members of the jury. Sentencing in the trial has been slated for July 11th. Trump is unlikely to face prison time, but it's not out of the question. But experts say that fines, probation, and even community service are far more likely outcomes. Speaking outside the courtroom, Trump called the verdict a disgrace, and he accused the judge of corruption.
I feel very sad for America. I feel very sad for America because this is the man who's fighting for America. You know, this is the man who's fighting for America. He tried to save America.
I am voting first time, so I am very excited to vote to the Trump, but I am not sure with this, the case. But it's still no matter what, I'll support the guy.
I think it was not a good decision, but am I helping? Am I gonna help Trump?
Donald Trump was on trial for 22 days after being charged with falsifying documents to cover up a payout to adult film star Stormy Daniels. The former president was accused of paying off Daniels just days before the election in 2016 so she would keep quiet about their alleged affair 10 years earlier. Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, has said he paid Daniels $130,000 to stay quiet as the former president's team feared the impact the story could have on his election campaign. Trump was accused of then paying Cohen back the money and falsifying documents to make it appear that the cash was for his legal fees. These fees being falsely designated went against New York state law. The jury was tasked with determining whether Trump falsified records with fraudulent intent, and if he did so to commit or conceal another crime. Prosecutors also argued that Trump's hush money payments to Daniels violated campaign finance laws, and his reimbursement to Cohen violated tax laws. In a historic ruling, the jury found Trump guilty of all 34 charges. While it is unlikely Trump will receive jail time when he is sentenced on July 11th, a prison sentence would not stop him from running for president or from holding office. A lawyer explained to the U.S. Sun that Trump could still serve as the 47th president of the United States from behind bars. Former prosecutor Nima Ramini explained that there is nothing in the Constitution that prohibits Trump from being a convicted felon and the president.
Good evening. First and foremost, I want to thank the jury for its service. Jurors perform a fundamental civic duty. Their service is literally the cornerstone of our judicial system. We should all be thankful for the careful attention that this jury paid to the evidence and the law and their time and commitment over these past several weeks. 12 everyday New Yorkers, and of course our alternates, heard testimony from 22 witnesses, including former and current employees of the defendant, media executives, book publishers, custodians of records, and others. They reviewed call logs, text messages, and emails. They heard recordings. They saw checks and invoices, bank statements, and calendar appointments. This type of white-collar prosecution is core to what we do at the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The 12 everyday jurors vowed to make a decision based on the evidence and the law, and the evidence and the law alone. Their deliberations led them to a unanimous conclusion beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant, Donald J. Trump, is guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree to conceal a scheme to corrupt the 2016 election. And while this defendant may be unlike any other in American history, we arrived at this trial and ultimately today at this verdict in the same manner as every other case that comes through the courtroom doors, by following the facts and the law and doing so without fear or favor. I want to conclude by expressing deep gratitude to the NYPD and the officers of the Office of Court Administration for securing the courthouse, all of our safety, making sure that the courthouse and all of the other matters that are important in their own right continued seamlessly. They will continue to be and have always been incredible partners. Thank you.